And so what would it look like if we actually on a daily basis in our community, in our cities, if everyone just came to meetings and just put people first, put people community first. We have so many competing agendas, I think, and I don't want to minimize, some of the work that I do at my institution, but when it comes down to it, we have to sift through what are hindrances. Here's a hindrance, here's sort of not as of a priority agenda to be working on or exercising energy on. And when I am in meetings in the community, I feel like we don't do that very well. When I'm in dialogues on other community boards and other civic boards, the different agendas are always at the forefront. And what would it look like if we could just say our communities are number one? We learned to do that, I think, during the pandemic. We were focusing so much in the Silicon Valley, like across other communities, on focusing on the harm that was happening with essential workers, the loss that was happening with our workers that, you know, couldn't be online, right? Because things still had to continue, our health care workers. Why can't we maintain, that sense of care? Why does it have to be a crisis? So I think for me, providing all of those equitable opportunities, for, knowledge, learning, skill development, civic participation, whether or not you're, documented, a documented citizen, I think, that can lead to instilling that community people first mentality when our students, at least for me, I'm excited when I see students transfer and that they continue to be engaged. And as Larry mentioned, we have many alumni that are, getting involved in local elections, elected offices, boards, and we need to bring them back so that they can share their experiences and why it matters, to our current students.